All right. Now it says I'm live. Let's hope take two is better than take one. I apologize, everyone. I'm not sure what was going on there. Pam says, all good, Marie. We just missed you for a bit longer. Well, that's sweet. Thank you. Oh, Glenda says, happily waiting, Marie. Breathe. Don't stress. Doris, we're still here. Lisa Marie is here. Doris, okay, there's Honor. Terry, there's my mods. We'll wait a few, just quickly see who comes up. Yeah, what happened is I went to grab for these squares and it just barely touched where my USB cable plugs into my computer. It didn't even pull it out. It didn't even come out a quarter of the way. It just jostled it. That's all it took for the picture to be gone. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming back. I apologize. We had a good stream going on there. Lots of people there, so I'm going to try to wait and see. Hi, Celeste. Brenda says no big deal. Katie Crafts, round two, here we come. Pamela says technology. Giovanna says all good. Okay. Yeah, hello, quilting in the country. It wouldn't be alive without a tech issue. Hey, you have that right. Okay, so I'm just going to, in case anyone is just starting from here and not watching the first one, I'm going to quickly go through that I was showing that I received some selvage edges from an eBay seller called Vardvark. Now, Terry's going to drop the link for these. The majority of them do have writing or print of some kind. You know how some selvage edges don't have writing? They have might have milkshakes or sunshine or something. But everyone is there. Oh, the sound is good. Oh, that's good. Hey, Rhonda, Danelle, good to see you live 2 times today. That's good. Okay. And you know who I haven't seen, I go to say her name, isn't that terrible? Denise Sopatch. I haven't seen her. And if you're out there, we miss you. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie's back. Linda's back. Rhonda made it. Okay. So, just in case anyone's picking up, these were $9.99, free shipping in the U.S. I don't know if she ships outside the U.S., but I thought it was a really good price. So it's designer name fabric, selvage edges, $9.99, and Terry just dropped her link. Thank you, Terry. Terry also dropped the link to her shop. Now, if you're interested in these squares, she sells them. I had purchased 1 K Facet scrap pack and 2 Tula Pinks. Would you like to see what I made this week with the Tula Pink? Because I wasn't feeling great, so I didn't do a whole lot of sewing. Yeah, Terry, I know I haven't seen her, so I'm going to try writing her an email. She's been on my mind. Of course, when you're used to seeing people and then you don't, you do tend to worry, and I haven't seen her, so, you know. Okay, so I was going to hold off on this, but, okay, this is the Tula Pink bag I made a few months ago. You guys remember this? I had little pieces of this and that, and this is the one from a few months ago that I made. And what did I do inside? Oh yeah, I just had a pocket on one side, a double-sided pocket. So, since those squares are not all the same size, they're scraps, you know. When you get them, you'll notice that they're all roughly 4 inches. Some of them aren't. So I thought, how am I going to do this? Because if my seams don't meet up, then I have to do something different, you know, in the way that I make it. So what I did was sometimes I would put 2 of them together, and then sometimes I'd cut one in half or 2/3 of the way over. Ready? This is what I came up with. This is side 1 using those scraps. And I did put in the zipper with a nice pink pocket. Thank you, Terry, for dropping that. Yeah, June, hi. Honor says maybe on vacation. Maybe she is. Hello, Sandra. Okay, so there's side one, and like I said, I made it with those ones that I bought on eBay from Vardbark. And then side two. And inside, the straps were made from just scraps of Tula Pink fabric that I already had on hand. And I have a story about this inner thing, you guys. Only me could this happen to. Okay, so the double pocket, because I always make those, one to hold phone, one to hold whatever, keys, sunglasses, whatever. And then over here I thought, let's just make, I'm going to turn this inside out. Let's just make one pocket that's the same size as the other one. I'll show you. So the divided pocket, you see that, okay? So I thought, let's make one that's this size, only all open, and we'll put a snap right there. Now, mind you, I did this when I wasn't feeling good. So I put it in there and forgot to put the snap. So what was happening is when you open the tote bag, that thing was gaping open. So then I thought, wait, my friend Pam gifted me some iron-on Velcro. I'm going to use that. What could go wrong with Marie and an iron? Well, I'm about to tell you. Hey there, Adam, what are you doing? We are so glad you dropped by. You get a happy dance because it's been so long since we've seen you. Thank you for dropping in. Hey, Dawn, good to see you. Charlotte's here. Goodness, everyone's popping in when I'm not looking. Eleanor. Okay, so I forgot to put the snap in there. I had this whole thing sewn together. It was top stitched. I had closed my opening, and I have this pocket that's just flapping open. So I thought, I'll just use that Velcro, right? Nothing serious. It says 90 seconds using a press cloth. So I put this on the ironing board. I put, the tip of the ironing board like this, so it's hung like this, and I take the Velcro and I get it in there, and I get my press cloth and I start pressing. You're supposed to hold it there 90 seconds. Okay. Oh, and I put a piece of thick fabric in between there, so the heat was only going on this, if that makes sense. So there's something here protecting that. So I press it for 90 seconds and I let up. Now you're supposed to let this cool and set for like an hour, hour and a half, so I don't touch it. So I line this one up, and that's where my problem was. What's on the other side of this? A meltable zipper. Yeah, because I'm just brilliant, aren't I? I'm like, what am I going to do? I knew I couldn't hold it in there for 90 seconds. I'm going to mount my zipper. And the only other thing I could do was take the bag apart. And I had, like I said, I top stitched, I closed my opening, I had all this little doodad stuff done, and when I put it back together, I sew back and forth over my straps. I was not taking this apart. So as much as I could, I would take like the tip of the iron and hold it and just, I actually had my iron, like the tip of it going like this, trying to get it hot enough that it would stick. Now this morning it seems to be, except for this corner, I don't know if you can see, but just that corner, I don't want to play around with it too much. I don't think it's anything serious, but I'm going to hit it with the iron again, but only me, right? But, mistakes happen. It is what it is. We have to deal with it, and I don't know. Terry says, oh, Marie, oh, fix a problem, make a problem, happens to all of us. It does, and that's how we learn, but this one really got me. I was so frustrated. I had wanted to use the iron-on Velcro, but this was not, this was trial by fire is what this was. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's, anyway, that's my bag that I made. Now, You guys might be saying, what are you doing with these Tula bags? Remember, I said when I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away 2 Tula Pink bags. So I gotta make them, right? I have to make them. Okay, let me see what is in the chat. Lisa says, I got 1 cape and 1 Tula, made 4 patches using both. Next is disappearing 4 patch, and then, well, sky's the limit, right? Or maybe a Dune tote. Thank you, our fearless enabler. Okay, and I also want to stop for one moment and say, if you go over and visit that eBay page, please tell her Marie sent you. Or just say you heard it here. Because if someone goes and buys something, I just kind of like her to know that you guys heard it here. I'm not getting anything. I'm not getting a kickback. There's nothing like that. I just kind of thought it would be nice to let her know where you heard it from. And Adam is saying that he's been really busy with everything, and I know he has, because if you guys follow him on Facebook or anywhere, if you follow his channel, if you don't, you should. He's always busy with something. We have a wonderful creative group here, and my mods are dropping links to some very good creators. So follow those links, and if you aren't subscribed, try those channels out. They are so smart and they're so creative. I guarantee you're going to love these channels. And thank you to my moderators for dropping the links that you do. I appreciate everything. All right, let's see. Honor says, can you blind stitch it down like hand binding? I did think about that. I don't know if I can sew through this iron-on googly goop that's there, but I might give it a shot. Thank you, Honor. Danelle will be right back. Glenda says, just for FYIs, I want to say I love the lining. Pockets and Velcro is fine. Thank you. Terry says, it's hard to sew Velcro. Ouch. Yeah. Celeste says the same thing, hand stitch it down possibly. I am going to give it a try because I've got to do something. I'm going to try the heat one more time, see if I can get any of it, and then after that, you know. Terry says, you are so close to 10,000. I am. And this is going to sound like bragging, and I don't mean it in that way whatsoever, but it seems funny because I know when I went to visit my mom and my brother in June, I was celebrating 8,000, you know? Or, well, I guess it was very late May or the first day of June or somewhere around there. So by the time I had the drawing for the 8,000, I gave a gift away at 8,000, I was at 9,000, so I didn't do a giveaway for that because I had just done a giveaway for 8. So either way, and the only way I can do the Tula Pink, I had to just get her done. So there you go. I was working on it. Barbara, I'm so glad you found us again. Hi, Aisha. Good to see you. Sandra says, oh my, late again. You're not late to anything because this is our second go-round. I had issues upon issues, so you are not late. Oh, you're welcome, Adam. We love looking at all your stuff. Thread sticks to the Velcro, says Terry. She's right. Glenda, your mods are great, and I love Adam's channel. Yeah, that's awesome. And like I said, there's so many wonderful channels. Their links are being dropped here, and I will edit my description box later and go over those. Okay, so I got stuck on, when I said Happy Mail, I went from showing you the salvage edges to showing you the bag I made. So I need to keep going. I did receive a package in the mail. It was a large business, not a business envelope, a manila envelope. Or as my son used to call them, a vanilla envelope. From one of my mods with a little special thing in there. It might not be a big deal to some people, but it was to me. So thank you very much, Terry. That was very helpful. Okay, and a friend of mine dropped by 4 or 5 days ago, She's the one who will drop by after she's been to a yard sale or a second-hand store, and she'll have things like zippers. Remember a month or so ago I showed you guys a plastic box with some zippers and seam binding and things like that in it? Well, she brought me some fabric. Now I won't go through each and every piece, but let's just say that there is, this was adorable, look at that. Some bright, a few bright children's ones. A few autumn. So, hard to hold it. And this is like a pre-printed, what do they call these? Kind of like a pre-printed quilt. And this was adorable, I thought. I don't really have time today to go over everything that I have, but thank you to Christine. Oh, and there was some blueberries, and blueberries are grown here in Maine, so that was a nice deal for me, I thought. So thank you to Christine for that. Oh, get that put in there. So, let me go back to my list. I talked about almost being at 10,000 subscribers, and at that conversation I wanted to stop and say that lately YouTube has been giving me a little, I don't know what you'd call it, at the end of the week, it kind of, cheater quilt, thank you, Honor. Yes, they give me this update, or, you know, this is how you're doing. So, this past week, or I guess it was a week ago, it tells me things like this. 8.4 thousand people tuned into you. Here's what you got up to last week. 2 videos, 3 shorts, 1 live stream, 1 post, which now that was a couple of weeks ago. Here's how people found you. So they'll tell me that out of my new subscribers, how people found me. My #1 way was up next. So that means to me that, let's say they're on Mona's channel or on Adam's channel or Kathy's, and they're watching a video. YouTube is starting to push my videos and saying, you know, for the next video, check this out. So up next is the #1 way. #2 was YouTube Home, and #3 was notifications. And this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about, was this one, and I will read it. It says, people didn't just watch, they reached out. 799 likes, thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. 122 shares. Now, I didn't know that. I don't have any way of tracking if people share my channel or my videos, so thank you guys. That right there helps more than you can even imagine. The likes are wonderful, and they do help YouTube know that you like the content. Comments are awesome. Viewing more than half the video, that's awesome. Thank you. But sharing, to me, that's the clincher. And I had 83 comments. So that was exciting, and I wanted to share it with you guys because you guys are the ones that make those numbers happen. So thank you so much to each and every one of you. All right. We were talking about an eBay seller named Vardvark, and you guys remember Kimberly from My Fabric Addiction. Well, she was on vacation, so her and I weren't in touch very often, and then just as Mr. Scrappy Creations and I were getting ill, she had sent me a message checking in with me and saying that she was going to be sending me a package. And you guys know I share it with you guys every time because we love her shop. We love her kindness and generosity, and I know you guys love her scrappy strip packs. So there we go. So, I didn't even think to have Terry uh, drop that link. But it's on Etsy, and it's called My Fabric Addiction 1. And I'm going to write it down here because I did mean to have the link ready to the scrappy strips. But she has more than that, as does the first seller I was telling you about. But either way, thank you to Kimberly. I'm sorry I'm not ignoring you, my dear. I just have been ill and I'm just starting to catch up. So you guys out there, you guys are actually the first ones that I've been in contact with because I just haven't, haven't been sharing this virus and haven't been doing very much. Pamela says, would love to have a friend coming around bringing me fabric. Wow, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Thank you, everyone loves it. Terry says, woohoo, we genuinely like your channel, so happy for you. Thank you, Terry, I appreciate that. Giovanna's got hearts. Oh, Terry just placed an order and mentioned me. Thank you, Terry. Hi, Carla. She says, back again. So happy to be here. Smashing the like. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Danelle is back. A friend had surgery and she called to see if I could come over. That's awesome that you're there for her. Oh, Carla, she says, I get to see you for a change. It's been weeks. Yes, it has. And I didn't have a live stream last week. Glenda says, Kimberly has become a good friend of mine too. Isn't she sweet, Glenda? She really is. Thank you, Terry, for dropping the link to Kimberly's shop. Yeah, okay. June and Glenda are saying hello and honor. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. Stay safe out there in the heat, you guys. This has been awful. The other day here in Maine, we were at 89 degrees and 100% humidity, and we don't even live in the South. So I apologize to any of you who I offend by saying that's hot, because I'm sure some of you are in much, much hotter weather. It's just been awful, so please, everyone, stay safe out there. Stay in your sewing room, put on a fan. Just stay there, right? That's what we need to do, right? Make a sandwich, go to your sewing room, forget about the heat. Ask yourself, what would Marie do? That's what Marie would do. That's why I have the air conditioner over there. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm almost better. I've just got a dry throat. Okay, this week I sewed the Tula Pink scrap bag, so I got that done. And yesterday I wanted to cut out the Super Bloom tote bag by Sew Sweetness, but I didn't get it cut out. And I'm going to tell you why, because I can't make a decision. Now, I've never made this bag before. It doesn't look difficult, or anything like that. It's just different to me. I know how I would like to do it with scraps. I have a whole idea behind using yardage and scraps together. But then I thought, maybe for my first one I should just use yardage and keep it simple. You know what they say, KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Oh, Terry says I'm an enabler and she'll blame me and not herself. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take it, Terry. Giovanna says it's 40 degrees Celsius here today. Well, that's hot because I know 30 Celsius is somewhere around 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Lisa is commiserating with Terry. It's all on Marie, but she's there to support. You girls. Carla, 117 here yesterday. Oh, my land. June forgot to turn her fan off. Terry, I have another friend with THR virus, young healthy guy and down for the count. Oh my goodness, please wear a mask if you're around people shopping. And that is true, and I normally don't go around spouting what I believe, or not spouting, I don't know, but Mr. Scrappy Creations and I wear masks. We do. We just do. I understand it's all a personal choice, but I also know people who, I mean, my immune system is compromised, but I don't have cancer or any number of things that could make it worse. I just get very sick very quickly. I tend to catch anything going and get very sick, so I try to wear a mask. It's not foolproof, but at the same point, I feel like I'm protecting others. Okay, let's see. Oh, Glenda says, we love you, Marie. Well, I love you guys too, Glenda. Thank you. You're so sweet. She says, only 112 degrees today. Love the AC. I love the AC too, and that's just too hot. You must sew. THE. Oh, okay, I got you, Terry. You must. I know what you mean now. Sorry. I gotcha. Change that to keep it simple, sweetie. Honor says. Sounds more loving and kind. It is. It is. That's a good one. June says it's 70 to get up to 89 at 9:45. Yep. You know, yesterday morning I went to step out onto the porch. It was only 71 degrees here with 100% humidity, and my hair was dripping in sweat. Down, it was like dripping onto my shoulder from the humidity. Terry says choosing fabrics is the hardest part of the project. That is so true. It is, and I was stuck with indecision. But if you guys would like to see what I think I'm using, I was gifted some beautiful Tula Pink fabrics more than once. This was given to me by Nanny B in the very first package she ever sent me. And I think I'm going to use this, and I'm not sure. See, I went back and forth. I was gifted both of these. But I think it would be easier for my first time to center this, well, you know, center it onto the front of the Super Bloom bag. So I have my other pieces here, and I'm not sure which my pockets are going to be, but that will be my next decision. The other thing, and I had this discussion with a friend yesterday, is I'm not sure what I'm using for, I bought some foam at Walmart because it's the only foam that they had. It calls for by Annie. I think it's called Soft and Stable, but don't quote me. And what I got was Flex Foam One-Sided Fusible Stabilizer by Pellon. Pellon 78F1. So I don't know whether to use this or to go with one of my, this is Pellon 973, and I have some Pellon 987. I really don't know. I do use a lot of the SF101. I gave up buying the little packages because I use it on the linings of all my tote bags. I use it all the time, and it's just cheaper by the bolt. But either way, so part of the indecision, once I figured out the fabric, I was still standing there going, I don't know what I should do for the interfacing. Oh, and the other thing, and I had forgotten that I bought it, not there, is I have some, I guess you don't need to see it, but oh, there it is. Decoville Light. I bought some Decoville Light, and I actually bought this to use for the wallets. The can't think of a name, and I know it as well as I know the back of my hand. The NCW. Glenda's saying she's in Oklahoma. June says so cute. Giovanna loves a flamingo. Isn't that cute? I know, right? Adam's quiet, must be relaxing. He deserves it. He does. He's always so busy. Carla says, what project? What did I miss? Well, I'm making, it's called the Super Bloom tote bag, and I'm going to be making it. Just got the printed pattern the other day, so I'm looking at cutting it out. It's just indecision on my part. Yeah, so. Okay. Charlotte is near Tyler, Texas, and it is hot, hot, hot. I bet it is. Terry says, I use Pelon 44F interfacing. I'm going to look into that, Terry. Thank you. I know they don't have it locally, so I'm going to have to order it. Our Walmart has, in their fabric section, a section about that wide with bolts of interfacing and stuff standing up, so you can imagine how very little of a choice we have. So, yeah. Okay, Honor buys the SF-101 by the bolt too. Yeah, I'm going to look into a larger bolt because this one didn't seem to last me long, but I think it's because I use it so often. Danelle says, Marie, I use for all of my bags the fusible foam roll of 10 yards that you held up. I love that one. I put this on the bolt, but I did buy it at Walmart. So you've tried this one, the Pelon 78 F1. See, I didn't, it feels so soft, it doesn't feel like it would be firm enough for a bag, but maybe once the heat hits it, it's different. But thank you for that. All right. Glenda asks if any of the ladies have ever used wool batting for your quilts. I haven't yet, but was told it is cool in the summer and warm in the winter. I don't know. Personally, I would think wool would be hot, but maybe because it breathes, it would be nice. Giovanna says, take a step away and forget about it for a few days. It will click to you when you don't expect it. That's true. All right. Adam says, I use Pelon foam or Dyville foam or by Annie. Yeah, it calls for by Annie soft and stable. I use non-fusible as you get cellulite with the fusible. Don't you hate that? That's one of the big reasons that I'm not crazy about fusibles. Yeah, the internet. Carla says her internet keeps going out. Hopefully I'll catch you later. You take care, Carla. Thank you for dropping in. Terry says it's cheaper. I get 48 yards for $35. You can't get cheaper than that. That is awesome, Terry. Thank you so much. I know you sent me a link. Maybe we can get that link up in case people are interested. Yeah, the dimples on the bag, like Terry said. I've had people say, oh, you didn't iron it right, or you didn't use a prep. No, I did everything right. It just, that happens. And sometimes it doesn't happen right when you make the project, but after it goes in the wash and comes out, then it shows up. All right, I need to get moving. We are closing in on, I've about come to the end of my throat thing. I've used up a lot of my energy here, guys. Okay, this weekend is a tutorial. And I don't have it filmed at this point because I haven't felt well. But I think I can pull it off. And as long as it goes up, it is a Christmas in July, and that's all I'm saying. It's Christmas in July. I wanted to tell you guys about an odd thing that I had happen this week. I work about half the time on each machine, but I was on my semi-industrial, the Brother PQ 1500 SL. I needed to wind a new bobbin. So I'm always multitasking. Well, I had an audio book going and I was trying to write out a list of stuff I needed to place an order for. And I popped the bobbin on there and I start winding it, and I'm writing, and I've got my foot on the pedal and I'm thinking, my land, how long is it going to take to fill that bobbin? And I look over and it's full alright. It's bumped right out, like right out the side. I have never seen a bobbin overfill before. I don't know if anyone here has, but I have not. But I had it happen the other day. So I had to take it off there and roll it back onto the spool. Of course, it's Aurifil. I am not going to lose that thread. I mean, even if it was a cheaper thread, I'm too cheap. I would have wound it back onto the spool. But I checked, and that thing was snapped over into place, whatever that little foot is called. But I've never had that happen before, so that was kind of like odd. So there's a ghost in my machine. Hi, Jolene. She says, hello from North Carolina. I finally got to, you get the happy dance. Yay, we're so glad you're here. Terry, thank you for dropping the link. We appreciate it. Let's see. Doris says, I need some of the foam. Yeah, I plan on, the foam that I have, I plan on using it, but I don't know if I'm going to use any heat on it. Adam says, the Styleville and by Annie has a better grippy surface than the Pellon, but they all behave the same once quilted. That's good to know. Thank you, Adam. Terry, if you have a Joann's or a Walmart coupon, you can get it for sale, on sale for less. I don't have a Joann, maybe someone else does. I've never seen a Walmart coupon. Giovanna loves Christmas any day. Let's see. Terry says, Marie, did you move your room back to the way it used to be? No, but I wish it was. I moved my computer because I couldn't get, like, already, I mean, this way I have glare on my glasses, but it's not as good. I don't like my room the way it is. I like the machines side by side. I know you guys can't see, but they're side by side so I can go back and forth between them. I'm so cramped. This table's always in the way. I have another table over there. It didn't work out well. I had high hopes for it, but I had to do something to fit the AC in here, and I needed things changed, so we tried it, but it did not. Alexa, stop. Okay. Oh, Terry says, I shop Joanna Walmart online, none near me. Okay, good to know, good to know. Hi, Gisela. Okay, comment of the week. You guys know I have been choosing a comment of the week, and here again, it's so difficult to grab one comment, and it's going to take me a minute because I shut my tablet off when I was having sound issues. I thought maybe it was that. So we'll talk about something else. Okay, the creative word of the day today is tool. What is your favorite sewing tool to use? Mine changes. I mean, there's days I can tell you that it's the little blade saver that I have that cuts apart all the scraps that I string together, and other days it's my seam ripper. And yes, I really, as much as I might say, oh, I hate to use a seam ripper, I actually find it relaxing to use the seam ripper. I know, I'm weird. That's alright, I'll own it. I'll own it. Adam says you can also buy car headlining foam on eBay, really cheap apparently. I've never used it, but it's half the price and gray instead of white. Well, that's interesting. Terry says, yes, car headliner. I ordered once and it never got here. Doris, it's thundering here. Yeah, I was just getting a notification and I believe that's what it's about. Hi, Sheila. Glad you joined us. Glad you joined us. Okay. So, I chose the comment of the week, and it's a new subscriber. So, she wrote, I just found your channel a few days ago and am enjoying what you do since I love scrappy projects. This July, I'm working on addressing my crumb pile, and it's a big pile, hoping to feel like I've done some conquering of the pile by the end of the month. And her name is Mary Vanderbush. So thank you, Mary. I'm so glad that you subscribed and that you like the content. And the reason I chose this was I love scrappy projects. That's what we're all here for. We are scrap addicts, let's face it. We can't throw it away. We need to know what to do with it. And currently, just as, I'm sorry, I should remember the name, just as someone said earlier, they're addicted to making these bags. I could make these all day long. All day long. In fact, I've made enough that, okay, when I'm sewing or cutting and sewing the scrappy straps for these, You know how you put one fabric one way and one the other and you sew on the diagonal? When I go to trim those off, of course, that's what you're left with. So I open them, I make a pile and I sew them up and leave them like that. Now I'll square them off. They're pinned together, that's why they look funky. But I have quite a few of them from making bags. So these will in turn go into the next scrappy bag. And of course you could take your scraps and make pot holders or pillows or any number of things. But right now, I know these bags are not difficult, but there's something about them. I could sit and make them all day long. I love them. And these ones are a bit smaller than mine is. Mine was made with a 17-inch block, and these ones were made with 14, I believe 14 or 14.5-inch blocks. All right, so again, the creative word of the day is going to be tool, so you use it below this, not in the chat now, but below the video. You can tell me what's your favorite sewing tool or any whatever tool. Facebook, I did get a bit behind while I was sick. That's nothing normal. I mean, I tried to stay up to date as much as I could. Good morning, Kelly. Glad you dropped in. Glenda says, I am a scrap addict. I just wish my husband would get it. Well, dear, he does not have to. If he got it, there might be more than one scrap addict in the family. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to catch up here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, Sheila loves scraps. I'm just building a scrap stash as a beginner. Well, believe me, it does not take long at all. Oh, Gisela, I'm sorry that you're in a lot of pain. I'm so sorry. I hope, just knowing that we all hope you feel better, I hope that helps. I'm sorry. Facebook. So if you are new to my channel and you're watching this and you go looking for the Facebook group, you're not going to find it because it is now, well, it was private before. But basically, you need to email me or know someone who's in the group because you need to have an invite. So I will put my email address in the description box below this video, and you can reach out to me, and what happens is I send you a link, but that link expires, so you have to click it rather soon. So if I send you one and it doesn't work, just ask me again and I'll send it to you again. If you've sent me a friend request, chances are I have not accepted because I've been hacked too many times. And they always look like valid accounts. I can't tell, so I apologize. I would not in a million years hurt anyone's feelings, but I have come to the point of Facebook now where I don't care for it because I've been hacked so many times that it's just awful. I do like being able to see everyone's projects, but I apologize that I'm just not accepting any more friend requests at this point. The last 2 times I've been burnt, it was after accepting friend requests from people who had mutual friends and everything, and I got burnt. And you know what they say, once bitten, twice shy. Well, I've been bit more than once, so I apologize. Adam, he's acting out in the comments section, but he's so funny. No, Terry, don't ask him to explain. You don't want to know. Gisela says, Marie, I have a fracture in my shoulder. Oh, I'm so sorry. That must be an awful thing to try to, there's no way around it. It's going to hurt. It's not like you can rest a foot or something. That's something that's, your shoulder is there. Whether you lay down, sit up, stand up, it's, yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, Lori says, hello, I'm super late. Well, there's lots of replay. We went twice. So for anyone just getting here or that missed it, part of today's video was on one stream, and then we lost video, and we had poor audio, but we were making it through until I hit the USB cord with some fabric. But you can catch the replay of this and that. Okay, So I think I went over everything. I do want to take a moment to thank Honor and Lisa Marie for moderating the Facebook group and doing such a wonderful job. And I want to thank everyone who goes to the Facebook group and is uplifting to other crafters. It is, to me, it is a beautiful thing to see, to read people going in and telling others, you know, that is a beautiful project. We see the beauty in that, and we see all the heart and the time that people put into their projects, and it's so nice of all of you to be positive and kind, you know, and that's a good thing. I am so proud of you guys. I have seen so many people do their first zipper or their first tote bag or whatever. I just think it's wonderful. I think you guys rock. You know, step outside your comfort zone once in a while and try something new. You might not like it, but you might. And if you do, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new, you know, it might not be just whatever thing you learned for one project. You can use it in another project, or you've learned something else, you know. So, oh, Gisela says it's her left shoulder, luckily. Yeah, but I imagine that's still pretty rough. But yeah, I would think if it was my right shoulder where I'm right-handed, it would be more, yeah. Lori, I have a quilt block swap group I can link. You give me just a second. I'll go grab that. It's the one I'm in. I know there are more. The lady that runs it, Cindy, is top notch, and you swap two blocks every month, depending on which ones you sign up for. I'll drop that link. Some of my subscribers are already members over there. I just look up and Lisa says, Sheila, Terry dropped a couple of links you can go to if you'd like to add to your scraps. Oh yeah, funny Lisa, we know. Kelly, we love you too. You take care. Charlotte says we should start a block swap. Well, I personally don't. I apologize, Charlotte, only because I have had some people think that I was a quilting only channel, and when they realized that I wasn't, they got quite angry with me. So I don't like to perpetuate that I'm a quilting channel. I'm a scrap channel. But number two is I really personally don't want the headache of figuring out who owes who for a swap. It's way more work than I want to put into it. But there are some wonderful groups out there. Like I said, I am a member of one. I haven't swapped for a few months, but I tend to do that. I swap for a while and then I don't, and you know. But there are some wonderful ones out there. But I agree, Charlotte. The thing is that, you know, we all like each other and get along, so it would be fun on that front. But it's just not anything that I really want to get into personally. But you know, what is this rabbits going on up top here? I don't know, but I'm going to ignore it because I don't know. Hi Beverly, good to see you. Just got in. Oh, Lynn just found the restarted live stream. We're getting ready to go. I'm sorry, Lynn. Oh, Adam says, can you believe what happened this week, Marie? I ran out of room on my Tula wall. I had to rebolt and rejig the shelving configuration. It was stressful. I'm sure it was, but having that much Tula really can't be a problem, Adam. Let's be serious here. When you get done with that, would you like to take care of my fabric? I really need to do something in here. I really do. My whole room is a disaster. Charlotte, I was in a group that did the brown bag swap. We made a centerpiece. Then if we want a particular fabric, just put it in the bag, and when it goes around to everyone, you get it back finished. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Kelly is offering Sheila some scraps. That's so nice. Terry, I just joined the swap block group you suggested. Oh, it's so fun. It really is. I always would there's like Crazy Block. That's the woman, you know, my Scrappy Ladder block. That's like my #1 video that gets watched. It came from Cindy from that group. We made it in that group. But what they do is they might have like Crazy Block and a Crumb block ongoing every month. And then they'll add other blocks in there that they might run for uh, like 6 months. I don't know how long it is. Don't quote me on that. But they do it so that you get 2 blocks a month. You send 2 and receive 2 from your partner. And they keep it going long enough so you've got a quilt top when you're done. And just wonderful people. Let's see. Gisela says, Marie ordered the tool for key fobs in May. Where did you order it from, Gisela? That's not, mine came in like a week. I ordered it through Amazon, which I'm not crazy about, but you know, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I definitely check with them. Definitely. Sheila lives in Ireland. That's so funny, Sheila. I'm not saying funny, haha. My doctor's first name is Sheila, spelled the same way as yours, and she's from Ireland. I love her accent. Every time I go there, I could just listen to her talk all day. Bye-bye, Kelly. Thanks for dropping in. Adam says he'll come organize my fabric, and I'll make the pot roast. You got a deal. There you go. There you go. You got a deal. I have something here for you, Adam, but I haven't put it in the mail yet, unfortunately. Gisela lost me again. We'll definitely have to watch the replay. Must be the weather. Yes. Okay. Oh, there's Richard. Adam, call me a fairy and poof, you're a pot roast. LOL. Scraps breed like rabbits. Thanks for filling me in, Glenda. I was not sure what was going on with the rabbits there, and I didn't dare ask. Okay, everyone, my throat's about had enough, and I'm feeling, as my dad used to say, I'm feeling a nap attack coming on. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Oh, I was in the middle of thanking my mods when I got off on another one. So thank you to Honor and Lisa Marie and all of you for helping with the Facebook group. Thank you to all my mods here. I have more than a few. The ones who are here and do the most are Terry and Lisa Marie and Honor. Sometimes Adam comes in if he's not in the tub. But thank you all, and Terry, thank you for all the links. We really appreciate it. And to everyone, I'm going to edit the description box after I grab some lunch. I will put all the links that we talked about today. So the links to the selvage edges, to the squares, to My Fabric Addiction 1 over on Etsy. I'm gonna drop all those as well as my email in case you want an invite to the Facebook group. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It's been fun. And remember, be kind out there. The world needs more of that. I'll see you Sunday. I have a lot of live. I have a short that will be dropping tomorrow. So you guys take care. Be kind out there. See you next time. Bye-bye.